You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Up, everybody, how y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Cafe de Paris, my co-ed channel for men and women. Appreciate y'all for supporting me, rocking out with me, still being loyal to my channel. I appreciate all of you so much. Big ups to all my guys for rocking with me, and big ups to my ladies as well. Also, ladies, if you want a safe space in which there's only women who congregate, you are welcome to subscribe to my other channel, Mocha's Ladies Lounge. And guys, you know what? Y'all are free to pop up over there and peek through the bushes. I ain't got a problem with that. Just know it is a woman's space. In case you a red pill, candidate. Just letting you know. It's just nothing but estrogen energy over there, okay? So nevertheless, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get it popping. I thought it was very imperative that I talked about this. The price of having a child from an evil woman. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out here can totally relate. And a lot of you women as well. Maybe you're in a relationship or you're married to a man, unfortunately, who has had a child from a previous relationship, and you are experiencing his drama, his misery, in trying to have a civil co-parent relationship with a woman that is very bitter and very toxic. So nevertheless, I'm sure this information is going to be very insightful. Make sure you share it with somebody who who's possibly going through this. Just don't uphold the knowledge for yourself. Share it. It may be helpful to other men who are going through something similar as well. So let me start off by definitely saying that you would never really know how evil a woman is until you have a child from her. I'm going to repeat that again. You would never truly know how evil or vindictive or malicious a woman can potentially be until you have a child. You don't know how hazardous it is to your health, how hazardous a certain woman is to your life, to your health, to your well-being, until you have a child. Meaning that y'all can date for 2-3 years. Y'all can have lived together for 3 to 4 years. But you will never truly understand the underlying fundamental of how evil she can be until she has a child, and there's a child from you, and there's a lot that intertwines with that. So that is where I come in to break down all of the elements, because I know a lot of you guys out here, a lot of you are active fathers. Everybody's not a deadbeat, but for those who have become deadbeats, there's a reason in some instances in which has made them resort to that. Now, I can't co-sign for the men who have had mothers who tried to cooperate with them, mothers who tried to reason with them, and for whatever reason, he still just chose to punk out being a father. I can't really go into that, not on this topic, not today. I will address that another time, because that is the issue. You just have men who create children and want absolutely none of the responsibilities of taking care of them. But that's for a whole nother time. That's for a whole nother day. We're just going to stay in one lane. This is in reference to men that are who have the due diligence, who have the desire to want to have an active role in that child's life, but because the woman is vindictive, bitter, malicious, hateful, evil-spirited, it is impossible for him to try to have a civil co-parenting relationship without it being some type of toxicity or drama. So to protect his peace, to avoid prison, to avoid getting a record or any other unnecessary problems that can result in him trying to fix or cooperate with a woman that's obviously very bitter and broken. He has had to make the decision of walking away. And I totally respect a man who is willing to walk away to protect his peace. Before I would deal with a man who feels he can only control a woman by doing the Diddy, you know what I mean? You know, going in Diddy mode in order to make a woman, in order to force a mother of your child to respect you or hear you out. I would rather a man be a deadbeat than to beat up on his woman. Period, point blank. And I know a lot of you sisters, y'all malicious. You know, you quick to say that, well, he left his child, and that's not being a real man, that's being a deadbeat. It's because you're playing mind games, you're being vindictive, and you're being nasty, and you intentionally trying to make things complicated. But to gaslight and deflect and try to manipulate the situation, you'll turn around and call a man a deadbeat because he's willing to protect his peace. And I will be the first woman to say it. Become a deadbeat to protect your peace. I mean that. If that's what it takes to avoid jail, prison, because if she's already not allowing you to beat up for your child, your son, your daughter, then last thing you need to do is get in a fight or she lies on you or calls your probation officer, your parole officer, knowing you already, in a situation because of past mistakes or whatever. Then it's better to not have anything to do with the child than to get locked up and you still can't have nothing to do with the child. Lose your freedom and still can't do nothing with the child. It comes a point in which, men have to realize they should not have to accept disrespect in order to be able to connect with their own child. That there's absolutely no excuse that a man should have to tolerate disrespect, hatefulness in a woman, a broken woman, because a real woman does not conduct her business like that. Even if she still has feelings for the father of her child, even if she's not in a good personal space in her own life, she is woman enough to separate her personal issues from that child's best interest. But the bitter, broken woman, what she does is she pretty much merges everything all into one. She merges her personal bitterness, her personal situation. If she's not in a good place right now, she allows all of that to dictate what kind of relationship she will allow the father of the child to have with the father. If she's in a bad space, she'll intentionally don't want the man to come around. If she's in a good space, then she wants the man to come around. Or if she wants to be malicious because she got a brand new man or a new move-in pookie who done moved into her Section 8 housing or whatever, then she's all right with him coming around. That way she can kind of, thinking she rubbing in his face that, look, I'm doing good, I got me someone else, I got somebody else playing stepdaddy to your children. Because you got women that do this. They allow the father of the child to only come around when they got a new pookie and a residence, to prove a point or to be spiteful. So you have to realize that you're not going to know a woman until she has your child, which is why you have to be very, very selective and the woman in whom you choose to implant your seed, and to build a family and to build a legacy. Truth is, there's a lot of women out here who are fertile, who can have children, but it does not mean that they are designed to build a legacy with. A lot of women out here is not wife material. They're not baby mother material. Yes, they can have babies, but it does not make them a mother. You know what I mean? It's a lot of sisters out here who lack with maternal instinct, and unfortunately it has costed many men who unknowingly got into situations with women, not understanding that all women are not maternally they don't have the mental capacity, put it that way, of mothering. Any woman can have a baby. It does not make her a mother. I don't care if she has 6 kids, 3 kids, 1 child. It does not necessarily make her capable. Anybody can give birth, but being a mother is a totally different aspect within itself. That's like anybody can get married, but not anybody can be a husband or a wife. It takes a special gift. It takes a special anointing in order to be willing to, in order for you to be spiritually prepared in doing such. You feel me? So, get back to the matter at hand. You will not know how evil a woman is until she has your baby. And this is for several elements that I would like. Make sure y'all hit that like button before I go into the elements, because you know, I'm always looking out for you guys over here. I'm always, you know what I'm saying, I'm one of the sisters, who try to show y'all love, who try to support y'all, who try to give y'all the real deal and how a lot of these females out here move. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Same thing with you sisters, because you probably got a brother that's going through this. You probably got a husband. There's a man you care about who's probably going through baby mama drama. Hit that like button. Everything I say in this content is alleged and based off of my own opinion. Alright? So, anyhow, the point at hand about you'll never really know a woman until she carries your child. And the reason for that is, what has happened is a lot of sisters out here have lost integrity. And when I say sisters, I'm not just talking about black women. The white snow bunnies, there are no exceptions to the rules. Ask Tyrese. That's why he's crying about his half-breed ex-wife every other damn day. But that's another story. It's so many women of different races, of different social statuses, so I don't want y'all just basically categorizing black women as being complicated when it comes to co-parenting. It has everything to do with a woman that's broken and bitter, regardless of her race and her age, that is most likely to be very difficult to have a civil co-parenting relationship with. So again, women have unfortunately, these new modern women, that's what y'all call them, these new breed broads or whatever, they have lost their integrity. They really don't value themselves a whole lot, because if you think about it, back in the day, women valued themselves enough to not just automatically want to be demoted to a baby mama. And this not to offend or insult single mothers, but if you're feeling some type of way, ain't nothing I can do about that. Just exit gracefully from the stage. You can learn or get burned. Learn from the message, or let it burn you up to the point you get pissed off and you saying all kind of stuff in my comment section that's gonna make me block you anyway. So it is what it is, right? But women back then understood the value of family. They understood the value of a legacy. And you had women who intentionally strived for that. And you, don't get me wrong, you still got some sisters who still have that same mindset, okay? You got some women, they not just opting to be the baby mama. That's not the first position they're trying to fulfill. You got sisters out here who are trying to do it the right way. They want the family and they want the marriage, then build the family, okay? So we're not going to put all sisters in the same box, because not all black women have this mindset. How I know is because I did it, and so it's women out here who do think on that level, all right? Everybody's not okay with just being just a baby mama, all right? So women understood the value of family. They understood the value of a legacy. Women understood how significant it was for all of her children to have the same last name from her husband, because you wanted to create a family tree in which it would continue to grow from generations to generations and generations to come. That was the blessing of being a wife and a mother, having the privilege of creating that first tree and watching it grow and watching it blossom. It's kind of like for people who are into gardening or people who are into planting. If you ever planted a tree before, you know that in many instances, trees start off as a small twig. Very rarely do trees start off fully developed. They start off at a small twig. And over years, over time, with the rain, with the sun, with the climate changes and the seasonal changes from winter to autumn to spring to summer, the tree starts to transition through every season, through every weather climate, and regardless of the changes, it does not stop the trees from growing. Okay, so as the tree continues to keep growing, now the roots of that tree have become stronger and longer. So now as the roots have strengthened, now as the tree begins to develop, the tree starts growing its branches. Okay, and when the branches start growing, then here comes the leaves. That's the same mindset that women pretty much had back in the day. You wanted to first get rooted, meaning being rooted as a wife, being rooted as a family, making sure you first build that foundation, and over time that foundation continues to grow. This is where the children start becoming parents themselves, and now you've gone to being a parent to a grandparent. Now if you're fortunate enough and God blesses you to live long enough, you get to see your grandchildren have children. Now you're a great grandparent and so forth. That was the blessing of building a family. That was the mindset of women back then compared to how women move and operate and how they think today. That's how it was back then. Women strived for families, to build a legacy. And back then, men as well was very particular about who they shared their legacy with, who they built their families with. Back then, people had way more discretion with selective breeding, knowing who to breed your seed, and knowing that this was the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, grow old with, and watch all of your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren continue to make your name great from generations and generations to come. Even when you long gone and no longer here, your name still stands. Your name still has that positive legacy from what you created and from what you started. And even if things change, if somebody ruins the legacy or changes the rules down the line, at least you can leave here in peace knowing that you created a legacy on a solid ground and out of love, not out of manipulation, not out of lust, not out of trying to secure the bag or whatever you may call it. But now this is where we are. The mindset of the modern woman today is they no longer value family. And we could thank Mr. Welfare for that. And once welfare took the place of, of husbands, where they're providing the food, they're providing the shelter, they're providing the resources, the income, that everything the husband should have been doing, that pretty much morphed the mindset of a lot of women to where they don't feel the desire to have a family. What are they desiring now? They are desiring to have children. And this is where you men come in at. The truth is, a lot of you men, you do not protect your penis. And it's very imperative that you understand how significant it is that you protect your penis. But your penis is more than just genitals that identifies you as a male. Your penis has a lot of value attached to it, even though the truth is, some of you men do not value your penis. You don't have penis pride, okay? And what I mean by penis pride is that you will let anyone, anytime, any place, have access to your penis. And some of you men have to learn how to say access dick denied, okay? You have to learn how to deny a lot of these women out here. And it's gotten to the point to where now, some of you men have become so lustful that you lack discipline. And what I mean by that, listen, and I'm speaking from things that I know and things that I heard. Some of you men have gone so far as to smashing women you would never be caught dead in public with. Yet you don't value your penis enough to not insert it inside of a woman you don't find attractive, you don't find valuable, you don't see as wife material. And see, that's why it's very imperative you have to have what's called discipline. Understanding that even if the opportunity is presented to you and a woman is willing to give herself to you, in many instances you're going to discover you have to turn down the punani. Every opportunity for the punani ain't meant to be taken. It's okay. In the words of Cat Williams, sometimes you got to tell Diddy no. Okay? Sometimes you have to tell these broads no. It is okay. It's okay to turn down the vajayjay. It does not mean life is over, because in the back of your mind you're thinking, I really got to bust this nut. And even though you have no intentions on taking it any further, you just want to get yourself off. You don't have a lot of control over how things are going to play out when it comes to what these women do with their bodies. While you're thinking that you're just busting a nut, getting in them guts, and you out of there, you're not understanding that she already has had a motive, and she was 20 steps ahead of you way before you even could phantom, her even, you get her even, you being able to get, her attention or whatever. Listen, a lot of these women already have motives that has been plotted out years ago, way before y'all even encountered each other. You have a lot of females out here that's on some scandalous energy. You feel me? It's a lot of women out here. They want a child for all the wrong reasons. And a lot of you men make yourself an easy candidate. It used to be hard, to get a man in your clutches, but now it's very easy. All a woman has to be willing to do is give it up. And somebody, a lot of you guys, y'all fall prey to it. Y'all fall prey to the vagina because, again, you lack discipline. And you think that just because a woman presents, her vagina on a platter, that you need to take that option, and that option ends up costing you triple down the line more than you could ever even imagine. So you have women that are already on a scandalous vibe. One of the things is that children have become the nest to survival. And I know y'all done heard this 1,000 times. I'm sure y'all done heard this theories from several different people. But the truth of the matter is, children have become the meal ticket. A lot of women are surviving off of their children. A lot of women, if it was not for their kids, they would not have housing. They would not have food stamps. They would not even have leverage over your life. And a lot of the times when a female is dealing with you, even if she's dealing with you just on a cut friends tip, meaning y'all only have the friends with benefits, she's already plotting. She has a plan. When a woman encounters you, especially those that are willingly and easily give it up, it's a plan. While you're thinking you're the man, it's a plan. While your ego is getting stroked, she's already making plans while she's stroking your ego. She's making plans on waiting to catch you when you're vulnerable, waiting to catch you when you done got very comfortable with a presence. And that is where a lot of y'all get got. A lot of these females, they start off, y'all talking, y'all conversating, y'all vibing, and next thing you know, one thing leads to another. You know what I mean? Y'all already, clutching the sheets. You get what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you get comfortable. You start wearing a rubber. You hanging around her all the time. You getting laxed. You're not protecting your penis. And next thing you know, out the blue, okay, months down the line, she's pregnant. She's expecting. It was already a plan from the very beginning. You just didn't know that. And it's a lot of you men that are already prime candidates. And you were already one of the chosen ones that she was going to capitalize off of. If you was a single man who already didn't have children, and she had kids, and the fact that you lacked discipline, you was definitely a prime candidate. You made yourself, fall prey, to the vajayjay. And now just the bottom line. You have a lot of females, they target certain men. And most of the times, men they like to target are men who don't have children. I'm tongue tied, y'all. Just follow me. Most of the time, females that are on a malicious mission of having children for malicious intent, most of the time they want to target men who do not have children. Why? Because it's less chances of her having to compete with your other baby mamas. So if you are a single man, you got a bachelor pad, you have no other responsibilities, and you're dealing with a woman who has children, or a woman who doesn't have children, you may be the first she chooses. Like, I got to lock this dude down. He's making good money, he has a good job. He's driving nice cars. And yeah, I can see myself being able to capitalize off of this. And the whole time while you're kicking it, you chilling with her, you to her place, she to your place, you thinking it's just a vibing thing. And the whole time she's plotting. She's plotting, especially if y'all have already been with each other sexually a couple of times. She's going to catch you when your guard is down. And next thing you notice, she's screenshotting you a picture of her pregnancy test. Hey, I'm pregnant. And you lost in the sauce. Or especially women, but let me tell you who's more prone, right? Women who already have children. Especially if the first baby father, if the other prior baby daddies have failed them, have not done a due diligence. She thinks that she can start all over by getting knocked up with another pookie. Now, for instance, if you do that, you meet a female with 4 or 5 different kids, right? And 4 or 5 different baby daddies, right? One would think that she would have learned after the first, at least the second. But what tends to happen is some of these females have what I would like to call a brain malfunction. Not understanding that if you see you've done this more than one time and it's not working, it has not changed anything, it definitely means that you have to change the strategy. You have to change the strategy. It's not working. But for the chick who is delusional and has a brain malfunction, which is most of the time the easy chicks, which is most of the time the ones that, are already not kept, meaning she already has several children and none of the baby daddies with her. She's thinking that it's going to be different. In her mind, she thinks that if she does it a 6th time, even though it didn't work the other 5 times, if she does it in a 7th time, even though it didn't work the other 6 times, she just really believes, because of her brain malfunction, this time I am going to master it. I am going to be able to lock this one down. That's what she thinks. That's what she believes. That I know it didn't work other 5 times, it's gonna work this time. Especially when you don't have children. Because she thinks being that you don't have children from other women, meaning that you don't have no history of leaving women, or showing that you don't have baby mamas that you're not with anymore, she thinks you're more than likely to stick around because the other 5 or 6 did not. So if you are a man with no children, you are definitely a number 1 candidate, because there's no competition when it comes to the child support. She does not have to compete with your other baby mama. She's going to get all of your income. Not only that, she's going to get all of your time. You don't have to split it up with baby mama number 2, baby mama number 3. A lot of vindictive women intentionally set out to get men who don't already have children from prior relationships. Not only that, it's the stigma of being that I'm his first baby mom. The chances of him staying with me are higher compared to a man who has 3, 4, 5 baby moms who has a track record of not sticking with any of them. But this is catch-22. You have some women who know that a man has multiple baby mamas, and because she still wants him just that bad, she'll still opt herself out to be baby mama number 8, baby mama number 9. And in these instances, some of these women, it's their first time even having a child. Why the hell you want your first child from a man who has 4 or 5 baby mamas? I don't know. Well, I know one of the things is that she thinks because she's the first to have a child from him, that some way, somehow he's going to have a change of heart, and she'll be the one to conquer him. Even though she sees a track record that the other 8 or 9 baby mamas thought the same thing, and he wasn't able to be conquered by any of them either. Again, it really boils down to some of these chicks are very delusional, delulu, and they are brain damaged. They really, really believe that, they're going to be able to be the one to conquer you as the last woman standing. And in many instances when she does this, whether if she chooses you as the first baby daddy ever, or if she decides to sign up to be the 8th or 9th baby mama, what tends to happen is when her dreams don't come true like she had in mind, and the relationship does not work out, or she finds out that even though she intentionally had this baby from you, that it did not make you want to wife her or spend the rest of your life with her, now she becomes bitter because she realizes that she signed up for a permanent decision that did not work out in her favor in the ways in which she hoped that it would. And instead of her taking accountability, saying, you know what, I shouldn't have been so desperate, I shouldn't have been so thirsty, I shouldn't have allowed myself to get pregnant by this dude, or I should have made sure we was married first, I should have made sure he really wanted a relationship with me. You got a lot of women that will play games and then get mad when the game comes back and play them. They will play Russian roulette with their wombs, knowing a man is married, knowing a man is a player, he's a bachelor, he's enjoying. You see, he has his own house, his own decked out penthouse, and his own cars. You see, there's nothing currently in his life displaying that I want to be a family man. Yet, you take a chance, and righteously so, because a man is supposed to protect himself as well. However, the woman, she has more power because she can prevent herself from getting pregnant. So in most cases, a woman, whenever she's pregnant or has children, is because she wants to. Okay, it's very rarely an accident. Most of the time when a woman gets pregnant, she already planned, she already plotted, she made that decision a long time ago. It's just that you as the man, you were the last to know. So you have a lot of these women who maliciously don't protect themselves. That way, they can use it against the man and say, you got me pregnant. I've heard women say that, and I think that's one of the most dumbest things any woman could say out of her mouth. Well, he got me pregnant. He didn't want to use anything. He said he don't like condoms. I mean, really, you a grown-ass woman. I don't give a damn what a man say, unless he's willing to prove that he's going to be with you and have a future with you, and you don't have to wait on child support to come hit your account once a month, and you don't have to wait till he split his visitation days with his other 5, 6 kids. Why would you allow a man to have that much control over your body, over your womb? Why not make sure this man is straight and he's positioned to where he can give you and your child the best. Because you're so thirsty, you're willing to settle for less. You're willing to settle to be the 8th baby mama. You're willing to settle just to be the baby mama, because the truth is a lot of women out here don't have the confidence they pretend they have. And I think a lot of women confuse their sexuality with confidence. They think because a man sleeps with them that it automatically defines their worth. It makes them feel worthy that a man will take her to bed, that a man will have sex with them, not realizing that men will have sex with orangutans. And it does not mean that they have any interest, they have any attraction, they just do not. You have women who think because they're sexually liberated, meaning I can get the D whenever I want, and they mind, they strongly, truly believe that men desire them. And it has nothing to do with a man desiring them. He's desiring fulfilling his own lustful needs. But there's not enough sisters out there that's woke to understand that. So what tends to happen is, when you impregnate one of these type of women who maliciously had a child out of spite, or maybe she met you, you gave her too much information, let her know you was in between a relationship, you couldn't make up your mind if you want to be with the current woman you were with, and she got attached and started having feelings for you. Now she feels like she has to help you make a decision by getting pregnant from you, only for you to realize after you got her pregnant, this bitch is crazy. I'm going to go back to the woman I should have stayed with. And if you fortunate to where that woman is willing to take you back after you impregnated a street rat, now you got to deal with the street rat, making things complicated for you because she's resentful due to the fact that you went back to the very thing she thought having a baby by you was going to keep you from. So a lot of these different scenarios is the reason why a lot of you men are paying the price of having a child from an evil woman. You have to realize a failed plan will make a woman evil. You know, when you done did all this plotting, you don't use the ovulation calendar. You kept up with your ovulation dates, so you would know when would be the right time to get this man in bed so he can impregnate you. You got some women that will go this goddamn far. I had a girlfriend who used to go really far, and she did it even though it backfired on trying to get pregnant. In what she did get pregnant from a man she thought was going to be a successful NBA player, which none of that happened, but that's another story. But anyway, she told me how she used the app, the calendar, help her to calculate, her days on when would be the best time, her ovulation, so she would know when she was fully fertile. You got women that be plotting, even the ones that are uneducated. A lot of you guys think because you smashing a chick that's slow. I don't care if she's autistic, and this is no disrespect to those that are autistic. I don't care if she's autistic. I don't care if she has the IQ of a 3rd grader. I don't care how dumb a woman is. She knows how to be smart when it comes to being evil, when it comes to being malicious. And I think a lot of you guys, y'all underestimate the type of women who y'all smash. Y'all think because she young, she dumb. You think because she white, she all right. You think because, you black, she's black, you have it all on track. You cannot underestimate these females. Stop thinking because a woman has speech delay, or she's a little cross-eyed, or she doesn't even have a GED, or she sleeps on a box frame and don't even have an air mattress. Because she's easy, does not rebuttal, does not make you do anything for her. She just busts it open anytime you want. Hey, I'm coming over there 2 a.m. Alright, cool, stop by. She ain't easy like that for nothing. Anytime a woman who you don't know that well, she's willingly letting you in her space, willingly letting you come over constantly to her place without getting to know you, without, building a friendship with you first. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. Why is she so easily and readily available anytime you want to smash? It's a part of the plan to get you vulnerable to get you comfortable, in which somewhere you start to trust. And as much as you might say, I don't trust these hoes ain't loyal. A lot of you men, y'all do trust these hoes. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of y'all don't use protection. You would have thought after the AIDS epidemic that would have been enough, but I find it funny when it came to COVID, everybody was screaming about wearing a mask, but when it came to AIDS and these STDs, nobody screams about wearing a goddamn condom. People, y'all priorities are backwards. So what tends to happen when her plans fail, she would give you hell. She didn't have that baby for you to walk out and move on with your life. She didn't have that baby for you to remarry. She didn't have that baby thinking she was going to trap you, only to find out she couldn't. So the next best thing for her to do is just make your life a living hell with the child. Y'all produce together. Listen, that's the only leverage, that's the only weapon she has. When a woman feels defeated, when she has come to realization that she played herself, the last thing she's going to do is own that. And even though her poor choices it is playing a significant role in her misery, she don't want to share that misery alone. She don't want to deal with that pain and shame alone. So what does she do? She makes it complicated for you to have a relationship with your child. Since I messed myself up, I'm going to mess him up. I played myself, I'm going to play him. It's all about power and leverage. Children have become the substitute for power. And it's been that way for years, and it's going to continue to be as such because the system has a design to where it favors women. No matter how irresponsible women are, no matter how negligent they are, they can go back to welfare 30, 40, 50 times, and welfare will not say, we will stop sponsoring you because this is your 5th child. This is your 6th child. There's no penalties for bad choices. There's no, these women, the system does not penalize them. They don't. And that's why they feel so confident in making bad choices. These are the same women who will come in the comment section and get mad when you call them out. And get mad when you put other brothers on game. You just a dick rider. Well, you don't know what my baby daddy did to me to make me be the way I am. These are the ones that want to take all their frustration out on everybody who won't co-sign with their shenanigans. These are the ones who hate to get called out. These are the ones who love to do the "my baby daddy is a deadbeat" speech. These are the ones who hate all black men, all men in general. Soon as they get a whiff of a man not dealing with his children or whatever the case may be. These are the ones that are very angry. A lot of that anger comes from failed choices out of desperation, bad decision making. A lot of sisters are evil based off of making bad decisions off of emotions, because I am desperate. I want to lock this man in, and I don't feel confident enough to lock him in as a wife or to lock him in through marriage. So I'm going to just opt in by intentionally not taking birth control, not protecting myself, intentionally getting pregnant. And that way I can blame him in the event he chooses not to be here for the child, knowing all along that was my plan to begin with. A lot of women are angry because of a failed mission. Get mad, unsubscribe, I don't care. A lot of you sisters out here, y'all are angry because of a failed mission that you yet was not able to accomplish. Yeah, you accomplished getting the baby, but you did not accomplish getting the man. That was part of the plan, to get pregnant by the man. Because you didn't have enough confidence to get him to just want you for you, to love you for you, to desire you for you. So you felt like the only way you get him to love you and desire you is to get pregnant from him. And here it is now, another innocent child is brought into this world out of deceit and negligence on both parts. Both irresponsible adults who brought a life here in the heat of passion that's now going to cause a lifetime of pain. And a lot of you men, you pay the price when you knock up a woman that's not your wife. Listen, I know a lot of these red pill brothers are telling you, don't get married. What's better? What's better? If a woman going to get half, and I know that's the reason a lot of these guys are preaching to y'all, don't get married, because these women going to get half. Wouldn't you rather a woman who was your wife get half than a damn hood booger who living in Section A and low subsidizing housing? Who would you rather get half? If you're going to have a child, let it be from a woman worth your while. Let it be from your wife. A woman you can't stand her ass, but at the same time, you don't mind having her in your life because it was a woman you genuinely loved and cared about. Even if things don't go right down the line, even if you do divorce and it gets half, wouldn't you rather that half go to a woman you at least genuinely love versus Keisha you met at the club? Let's do the math here. And the truth, a lot of you guys are not used to good treatment. A woman can run game on you just cooking good for you. Some of y'all are so down on your luck that any woman who does something small, it seems so significant. I know a dude in here in my family. I ain't gonna call him out. I know a dude in my family who's a mama's boy, who's always lived with his parents. Okay? They've always kind of coddled him, alright? The first time he met a woman who had her own shit, do you not realize that turned him on? Because he wasn't used to that. Know why? Because he ain't had his own shit. Excuse my French, but we all adults here, right? A lot of you guys got turned on by basic bitch, you know. Oh Lord, I'm doing a lot of Let me calm it down. Let me get it together. I'm not on my spiritual journey today. That's why I got two separate channels. This is the channel where I'm allowed to be ratchet, right? A lot of you dudes get turned on by basic broad gestures. Just the example I just gave you. He was so impressed that she had her own house because he don't even have his own house. So what he was doing was she was luring him, cooking for him all the time. Other than his mama always cooking for him, he wasn't used to that kind of attention. A lot of you men are not used to attention from a woman. So when you get it, it's like a big impression. You get turned on by simple things that a woman is supposed to do. She baited his simple behind by cooking for him, letting him stay the night, letting him, have the remote to the big 72-inch TV. He was not used to that. A man that's used to the best of everything, he cannot easily be swooned or impressed by a woman making him a ham and cheese sandwich. Some of you men are so broke down, if a woman make you a ham sandwich, you swear you got you a prize. Man, she made me a ham cheese, man. I ain't never had a woman make me a ham and cheese sandwich, man. No, then she made me a ham and cheese sandwich. She put it on a real plate, man. She didn't even put it on no paper plate. She put it on a real plate. And she made me some red Kool-Aid, man. A lot of you men are not used to being treated like king. So any little thing a peasant does for you, it turns you on. And it's nothing but bait. It's bait. Y'all, some of you men ain't even used to a hot cooked meal. A woman cook for you, you in love. A woman wash your drawers, you in love. A woman wash dishes, you in love. A woman let you drive her car. Listen, a woman start giving you too much access to her things. It's a setup. Why you thinking you missed a big man on campus because she letting you drive that Toyota Camry? It's bait. She letting you sit up in her Section A apartment all day while she work. Is bait. And you thinking you living large and you in charge. And she charging it to the game. Because as soon as you get comfortable, she got you. And that's why a lot of y'all sitting here singing an R. Kelly song. A lot of y'all singing that damn R. Kelly song. Cause now the plan done failed, and now that she's pregnant, and you're not committing, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't talking about let's have a relationship, let's have something together. She done had your baby, and now you tripping. Not because most of the time once a woman gets pregnant for whatever reason, the thrill wears off. She thought getting pregnant was gonna make you want more with her, want you to build more. She used the pregnancy as a means to motivate you, only to find out you're more annoyed, you're more aggravated, you're more distant. Now she's pulling all type of evil ass stuff because she's angry at the fact her plan failed. And now y'all singing an R. Kelly song. I'm standing here looking in the mirror, saying damn to myself, I should have known the day would come that she would find somebody else. And all the things I took her through should not have lasted this long. Now I'm at this telephone booth calling Tyrone. Because she thought having that baby was going to seal a deal. She thought going half on baby was going to seal the deal. Because when a woman's knocked up, and ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't do nothing about it. You can't send her to the abortion clinic now. Because when a woman's knocked up, and then it's too late to talk about it. It's too late to talk about it. When the woman's locked up, not fed up, knocked up. She knocked up with your child, ain't nothing you can do. When a woman's knocked up and ain't a thing you can do about it. When a woman's knocked up, it's like running out of love, but you ain't gonna be running out that child support. And it's too late to talk about it. Yeah, the plan done failed. That womb hustle did not secure the man. It secured the bag. So this is where the extra problems come in at. The thing is, after you done knocked this broad up, because you done got comfortable, let your guard down, you lack discipline, you think you want to try to move on with your life, and that's the right thing to do. Move on with your life. I mean, you can't wallow in mud, right? Once you make a bad decision, only thing you do is learn and move on and do better. This is the thing. She's not going to let you just move on peacefully. A lot of you men are miserable because you did not go along with the plan. And she's making you pay for it because she's not one to take the accountability. Because she very well had the right and the choice to protect herself from it even getting there. But that was what, listen, do y'all not know, a lot of women don't want their own kids because the purpose of having that child was to keep the man, and once they realized they could not keep the man, they really don't have that same desire to mother their own child. Do you not realize there's a lot of women out here that's taking a lot of abuse out on their children? That's hitting their kids, spanking their kids, being mean to their kids because they did not genuinely have those kids out of love. They had the kid out of maliciously trying to trap the man and lock him down. Once she realized the plan failed and did not prevail, now she wants to give the man or the child hell. If the father's not around for her to take out her frustration on, guess what? The next one that's going to fall in line for her to take her frustration out on, her failed plan, is going to be the child. A lot of children are getting abused off of the merit that child did not give her that promise that she was looking for, what she thought would have promised the father to be there. She thought the baby was going to seal, the child was going to seal the deal. And because it did not, a lot of women are mistreating their children because that child did not help them to accomplish the goal they wanted to accomplish, which was to lock the child, to lock the man in, to lock him down. If I get pregnant, I'm going to lock him down. And because it didn't, she yelling at the child. She mean to the child. The child is not understanding why the mother hates them. A lot of children are hated because they were only conceived to secure the man. She really did not want to be a mother. And how you know that is going to show her actions. If you have a child from a woman and she's mean to that child, she neglects that child, she done left that child when you wants nothing to do with the child, never sees the child, or if she has the child, she's intentionally not allowing you to be a part of that child's life, it's because she did not have that child for you to not be with her. She only had the child as an adhesive to glue the relationship together. And it shows, because if it was really about her wanting to be a mother and having a child for the best interest of the child, she would not allow her personal feelings, her personal grudges and bitterness to consume her to the point to where she will not allow you to have a relationship with your child. See, this is why it's imperative that as a man you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, if you're not sure yourself or what direction you are heading in life, you can easily fall into the entrapment of a woman who has her own motives. But if you got your own plans and you don't derail from your plans, it's harder for a woman to be able to intrude in your life, regardless of what type of motives she has. Some of you men out here are lost. You have no direction. You're not sure who you are. And your identity should not reflect in materialistic things, like what kind of car you drive, what kind of suits and gator shoes you wear, how much income you make. Those things should not dictate who you are as a person. Basically, having a plan, setting goals, not allowing, temptation to pretty much, cause you to make bad judgment. Because most of the time, in many cases, a lot of you guys, a lot of the bitterness and a lot of the anger and animosity a woman has towards you that is unfortunately jeopardizing the relationship you can have with your child. A lot of it has to do with bad planning on her part. Now, I know there's exceptions to the rules. I know sometimes men, y'all lie as well. Y'all are deceitful. You make a woman believe y'all gonna have something, y'all gonna build something, only for her to end up pregnant, and then you renege on the promises or plans you made. Then that's a whole different caliber of a situation. But for the most part, before I get ready to wrap things up, and get ready to come to a close on this, you just have to understand that a lot of a woman's evil intentions, it comes from, her basically being angry with herself, being angry with the decision she's made, the decision she's stuck with, and as the saying goes, misery likes company. She's not going to go about it alone. She's not going to suffer in it alone. If it takes intervening in a relationship with you and that child by not letting you see that child or not letting you have a relationship with that child, then that is what she's going to do. So nevertheless, y'all, just be wise, stop lacking discipline, have more discernment when it comes to what woman you choose to breed your seed from. And the same thing for you ladies. All this womb hustling, you got to be careful with that. It could come back and backfire. Things don't always go according to plan. But anyway, I'm going to get ready to shut it down, y'all. Leave y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think about all of this. And make sure y'all hit that like button before y'all exit. And until next time, y'all take care. Be blessed.